Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. I hope you're having a great day today. That Bermuda's looking a little sick, ain't it? So if you've been following me, you know what I got going on right here. This is my place of business, my shop, my office, where we operate and do the day-to-day things out of. And I apologize, I still got a little bit of a cold. It's starting to leave me, so I still sound a little jacked up. But you can see my first Roundup application has done a number. So those of you that are new and don't have a clue what's going on, this started off at about 30 or 40% roughly common Bermuda. Common Bermuda, lots of folks call it wiregrass because it spreads aggressively. You can kind of see right there. That'll give you an idea of what it looks like. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this stuff is native to North Carolina. I'm not completely 100% sure. I think I read that somewhere. So I had about 30 or 40% here, and the rest was fescue and weeds. We've done a tribute total app, started feeding it Carbonex and green punch, and really pushed it and got the thing looking really, really good. Super thick, super lush, really dark green, especially for a common Bermuda. It looked really nice. Well, my issue is I don't want common Bermuda. I want a high-end Bermuda. Still haven't made my mind up what I'm gonna do yet, but I want something I can reel mow and cut down. I'm gonna even try to go golf green height on it and try to manage it like that. May go up a little bit to a 1/4 inch or something in the summer. But I'm gonna really try to keep this as tight as possible and see how that works. Overseed it with rye in the winter, and that way I've got color year round. That's my plan. So I had to pump up the common. I wanted every bit of it sticking its nasty head up before I cut the head off. That brings up a good point. When Satan throws things at you, and that deception and temptation and all that kind of thing, I got a saying with my kids. I can see it when they're tempted to do something, and I'll tell them cut the head off. And what I mean by that is that evil that's trying to get in their heart or get in their mind, and they're trying to be deceived. I look at that as it coming at them in a form of a snake. Now see, I don't know about you, but I don't like no snake now, especially when he's really close. And when he gets close to me, I'll cut his head off, and I won't even think twice about it. So that's kind of what I mean with my kids, and they know exactly what I'm talking about, because we've talked about that 100 times, that when that evil is trying to penetrate, we're going to cut the head off. We're going to cut the head of that snake off. So you can see one of my major issues right here is the levelness or the grade of this area. You can see my green stripes. What they are the low areas. And anywhere you see a brown stripe, that's the high areas. That's because the mower deck is a fixed deck. It's flat. It doesn't undulate with the curves or the humps and the bumps and things. So these little areas like this that are low lying, I still get some green on it. I like to look at it as Bermuda grows in layers, okay? You got a top layer, and then you get a little bit lower, there's still going to be leaf material. Then when you get lower, it's going to be leaf material. It ain't like a fescue where you got a stem and it branches the leaves off. Man, this stuff has leaf material all the way down to the ground. So that's why I take my Bermuda kill-offs in steps or in a process. I've already sprayed it one time, got the initial brown, the initial start of the killing. I mow it down close to the ground. You see I still got more green, so I need to spray it a second time. When I get back from Philadelphia, I'll give it about another week, so that'll be about 2 weeks total. And then by then, all this should be brown. We'll take a wild guess. What do I do after that? Well, I do the same thing. I just cut this at 2 inches, so I want to take it down to 1 inch after the second brown. And even some of this right here, I may have to get out here with a weed eater and skin that down, that whole entire strip right through there. I might have to skin it down to the ground to be able to get all the way to the dirt, because that Bermuda is going to have runners that run right on top of the dirt. And if I spray it right now, my herbicide isn't going to penetrate that. So I need to uncover it on the next time. I ain't going to do it this time because I've got some green right here I want to attack. So I hope all that made sense. The end of the day, what I'm trying to get to is when this is said and done, I want this grass cut off and removed. If you can see, I didn't have a bagger, so I had, in the beginning of the video, I went back and forth with the mower and blew it all over in the corner. And over there, I didn't have a way to bag it, so I'm gonna take my blower and just blow it all up in the woods, the debris. So when I get done with this 100%, I want this leaf material, I want this common Bermuda cut clean to the dirt. I want it scalped down to the dirt to where it almost looks like this. You see that runner right there that's starting to go? Look at it, it's checked. I almost want the whole place like that, because when I get down to that level, I'll bet my left leg that there will still be some green Bermuda, and I'm gonna need to spray it again. So hey, that's an update on the Bermuda right there, and it's checking on out. I'm gonna probably end up spraying this 2 more times before I'm gonna come in here this fall and just give it a light power raking to just kind of semi-level it, nothing major. I'm gonna aerate it, throw some ryegrass out to give me some color for the winter and give me some cover, because I don't want a muddy mess. Now we're gonna take this area right here and we're gonna do some plants and some trees and stuff like that. I'm gonna show you how I do all that. We're gonna irrigate this joint. Actually, I've got something really cool planned for the irrigation. It's a what's the way to say that without letting the cat out of the bag? It's a unique irrigation system. It's going to be a little bit different than typical, okay? But we'll do that next year. 2019 right now. I won't plant the Bermuda until 2020 in the spring, because what I'm trying to do is, I'm sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, when I smoke that ryegrass off early spring, I'm gonna expose dirt. I'm gonna start fertilizing the dirt again, and I guarantee you some more of this common Bermuda is gonna come up, and I'm gonna be right there waiting on it to cut its head off. I got a lot of folks that watch this, and I don't want you to get confused, okay? Please don't get confused. This is not tall fescue. You're used to seeing me do a lot of fescue work and even some bluegrass work now. This is not fescue, this is Bermuda. Night and day, totally and completely different animal. 100% night and day difference, totally opposite. Well, Pete, why ain't you seeding it now? Or why didn't you seed it a month ago or 2 months ago? Well, I didn't have time to push all this and get it up and get it sprayed and get it killed. And there's a process. There's a step-by-step detailed process to doing this stuff and getting it right. Most of the time when folks don't research what they're doing and they just go out there and go whew, and do something, and then a month later, 2 months later, they wonder why in the heck they didn't get the results. Because there's processes and systems in doing this type work and working with the ground and working with turf and all that kind of thing. It's a B, C, D. I'm not by no means saying my processes are right and better than anybody else's. I'm just saying there's a way to do it. So hey, I hope you've enjoyed this update. I'm gonna go get the Ventrac actually. I'm hot and tired. Been busting tail all day long. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and where I still got a little bit of clippings and stuff laying on top of the ground. And then my little spot over there, I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna go get the Ventrac, and I'm gonna be lazy right now because it is blistering hot. And you can tell it's cooking. And I'm gonna cheat and blow all this clean. I'm gonna get out here and spray it. Here's just a quick little thing for you applicators. I know the High Pro and the Kappa 43 kind of go back and forth who's better or whatever, but we use the Kappa 43s, and this is just a testament, I guess, to the Kappa 43. This pump and this motor and this spray system right here and this reel, and not the hose. I have replaced the hose. I have replaced the regulator. I can't remember if it's 10 or 12 years old, but it is a very old Kappa 43. We've changed the diaphragms in them a few times. Other than that, I have not had one single issue. Well, I am missing my pull rope. So I don't sell them things for them. I don't represent them. I just use them, and I've been using them for years. I just wanted to show you applicators that Kappa 43 is a good piece of equipment. So hey, like, subscribe, and share, and tell all your buddies, because this right here is going to be something really cool. I cannot wait to get done with this. I am so pumped up about this right here. I got to pick out my I'm gonna probably go seed. So I've got to pick out my seed or sprigs. I know I'm not going to sod it. I'm not going to sod. It'll be seed or sprigs. Then once I do that, I got to pick out a reel mower. Walk behind reel mower. So your job in the comments is tell me what kind of reel mower should I get. They still use this road. One second. All right, here we go. I still need to do some research and my homework on reel mower, R-E-E-L, because I've always used rotary, never used reel mowers for mowing fescue. So help me out in the comments, tell me what to buy. Thank you for watching. I'll check you later.